game. On top of that, just a terrific score getting to the basket. Wade Stilson wears number 15. He is their do-it-all point guard, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists a night. And then Easton Nilsson, the senior, to round it out at 5 points per game. And the Emery Spartans are coached by Dave Justice. Who are starting for the Richfield Wildcats this afternoon?
Going back to a similar lineup they started when they were in Castle Dell against Emery. And it's a similar one they started in Richfield. Wearing number 0, a junior, Miles Barnett. Wearing number 1, a sophomore, Gage Yardley. Wearing number 2, a junior, Court Moon. And wearing number 12, a senior, Gage Brower. And wearing number 33, a junior, Nate Young.
Wildcats switching up their lineup from what they did the other night. You start Nate Young. It's a size thing, right? You want to get him and Brett Rasmussen matched up. Make sure you've got that appropriate size out there for the Wildcats.
And Nate's started several times this year. Started both games against Emery. And in the 2 games, I put the scoring comparison. Wayman against Emery scored 16 and 7. Miles had 16 the first game, 20 the second. Yardley had 12 and 12. For Emery, Stilson had 31 the first game, 13 the second. Rasmussen had 10 the first, 20 the second. Tuttle 8 and 11. So kind of gives you an idea of the main scorers. And Gage Brower had 12 the first game, 9 the second game against Emery.
So jumping in the circle, Spartans will send Rasmussen out there with Gage Yardley, one of the point guards, jumping up, and Gage wins the tap. That's don't have to be the tallest. You just got to jump the highest, Rick.
He timed that perfect right when the ball got there. He tapped it. I don't know that he got higher.
That opening tip-off brought to you by our friends over at Richfield City. Court Moon with a little 14-foot J, in, out, and back in. Good shot from Court to get going, and the Wildcats lead at 2-0.
Just outside the lane, inside the foul line on the right side.
Justice with the basketball, comes off the screen from Rasmussen. We'll send to Stilson. Wade will take baseline, attack the basket, lay it up and in. Good take from Wade Stilson, who really was their best player yesterday. They really had to rely on him at times, and he's got to get some help from his teammates here this afternoon.
Stilson's just smooth.
Young with it, sends it out. Yardley, left-hand dribble, sends it back up to Moon. Skip past Miles Barnett. He'll send it. Brower, corner 3. That's Brower's spot. It's no good. And the rebound comes down to Justice.
Richfield's spacing early wasn't good. They finally spaced it, and Brower got an open three-point look.
Emery basketball in the white jerseys with the gold numbers and gold trim. Tuttle drives, skips to the corner. Open 3. Easton Nilsson likes that shot. It's in and out. Rebound Rasmussen. Brett will send it back out. The drive from Justice, the dump to Stilson, and Wade's got the first 4 for the Emery Spartans as he leads at 4-2.
That one was just too easy. Stilson's going to make that 99 of 100 times. He was all alone on the right side.
Yardley
Great
with the
pass. Sorry.
Oh, absolutely. Ball goes left side to Miles Barnett. Miles had a nice game yesterday against Juab. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Good game there. Court Moon shot partially blocked. Tuttle comes the other way. Now takes it baseline, skips to the corner to Justice. Justice fumbles but recovers the basketball. Now takes it baseline, sends it back out to Tuttle, who saves it. Gage Brower deflects it, and it'll stay Emery basketball. 22 on the shot clock, 6:10 on the game clock.
Yeah, it was knocked down, and Brower went sliding across the court. Nice effort there, but the ball went out of bounds.
Emery basketball. Tuttle lobs it into Rasmussen. Brett's going to hand it off to Justice. Luke with the left-hand dribble. Picks it up, sends it back out to Tuttle. 6:03 to go. They bounce it into Rasmussen. Nate Young on him. Rasmussen spins, turns with a left hook, and good. It's the shot he likes, getting it on that right side. Turn to your left and hook it.
That's a nice move. He had pretty good defense on him and able to put it in.
Gage Brower with the basketball up top. Yardley rather, gives it to Barnett right side. Ball deflected back up to Yardley. Straight away, sends to Barnett in the corner. Miles will take that quick trigger lefty 3. It's off, rebound to Wade Stilson.
2-3 zone defense.
Justice with the basketball, sends it back over to Tuttle. Straight away, Nielsen. He'll take the 3, in and out. Rebound, fought for, out of bounds. It will be Richfield basketball.
And I've noticed Nate Young against that 2-3 zone, he likes to screen that guy underneath so he can't get out, because a 2-3 zone, you have 2 up high and 3 down low.
Richfield basketball, Gage Yardley, just a sophomore at 10 points, 5 boards a game. Gets in the paint, takes a 10-foot little push shot. It's in and out. Nate Young, the offensive board, sticks it back up and in.
Yeah, great follow by Nate. It looked like Yardley's shot was going to go. It rolled around and flipped out, and Young just put it back in.
Stilson with the left hand, looks to spin inside. Wade gives baseline to Rasmussen. Back to Stilson, and a blocking foul called on Gage Yardley. It'll be Spartan basketball underneath.
And that's one that, either side, if you call that, I don't care who you call that on, somebody's not going to like that. Official right there. And I think this tournament has been very well officiated.
Agreed. Stilson trying to get this thing into Rasmussen. Doesn't have it there. Sends it back to Luke Justice, guarded by Miles Barnett. Justice with the left-hand dribble. Screen comes up high from Rasmussen. Justice with the left hand, sends to the corner. Stilson will take the 3. It's short, but he follows his shot, lays it up. No, the tip from Sharp is Tuttle rather is no good. The rebound comes down to Yardley. Barnett gives to Brower. Wide open corner 3 from Gage. It's short. Rebound. Yardley back out to Brower in the corner. Gage with it. Left hand dribble for Gage Brower. I like to call him Caleb Lohner Jr. He looks exactly like him. Jumper good from Court Moon from 15 feet out, ties us at 6.
Boy, Court Moon has really had a nice state tournament. Great season, but his shooting, he's selected great times to shoot.
That little 15-foot shot's been there all tournament for him. The right-hand dribble inside by Zach Tuttle, and he walked with it. Back to the Cats, who are on a 4-0 run.
Yeah, and Richfield had the early lead in this game at 2. Emery tied it at 2, and then they took a lead. Now Richfield's come back and tied it for the second time.
Reggie Hafen going to check in the next whistle. Ardley gives to Moon. 15-foot J again from Court. Up and good. Court Moon continues to thrive on that 15-foot shot, and that one drops in to make it 8-6 Wildcats. First lead of the game for Richfield. Justice will drive it and is fouled. It will be the second team foul on the Wildcats underneath for the Emery Spartans. Hafen checks in, replacing Nate Young.
Yeah, and he's looking for that physicality that comes in. I thought Hafen had a very nice game yesterday.
He did. Ball goes into Tuttle. Left-hand dribble, attacks, sends it to Stilson. Stilson catches left baseline, turns, takes a little 10-foot shot. It's no good, but the long rebound, trying to get it to Creek Sharp, and out of bounds it will be Emery basketball. Last touch by Miles Barnett.
Yeah, and there was a chasing for the ball there, and the ball just went on the other angle. Richfield couldn't quite get to it.
So it will be Emery Spartan basketball. Inbounding is Wade Stilson in the right corner. Sends it back out to Creek Sharp. Sharp played some important minutes for this squad yesterday, along with Zach Tuttle off the bench. Into the game for the first time, senior Justin Curtis. Step back from Luke Justice is good from 15 feet out.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. Dribbling out from the right arch to the foul line, kind of a fadeaway shot.
Yardley gives to Barnett. Deep. NBA level 3 from Barnett's no good. The rebound to Moon. Brower thought about the 3, now sends it out to Yardley. Gage will drive it, give Barnett. Miles loses the basketball, ends up in Gage Brower's hands. And now Court Moon will reset with 2:53 on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock.
Tough to dribble against that 2-3 zone in the middle.
Emery's known for that. Good pass inside, a better block, and then tapped out by Curtis. It will stay Richfield basketball, just 14 on the shot clock. Good block from Wade Stilson.
Yeah, Stilson's length, it looked like Hafen was going to have a lay-in there, and Stilson reached from behind and swatted it.
Malik Fountain is in the ball game. And deflected again by Justice there.
Well,
Stays
I didn't
Richfield
see
ball.
the deflection. I thought, man, that pass went wild, and the official right there.
Moon with it. Sends it back out up top to Yardley. And Yardley is fouled and tripped up by Sharp.
That's one of those fouls I tell you they're not going to call unless there's damage, and there was a damage on that. A little trip, and he fell down.
Looking at how the rest of this 3A tournament has gone so far this morning. First game was phenomenal between the Canyon Falcons
and Leighton Christian.
Wayman misses that three. Offensive rebound, Malik Fountain. Wayman thought about another three. Sends it over Yardley. Yardley gives to Moon. Moon will take a 10-foot shot in the lane short. Rebound Malik Fountain again. Malik sends it over to Wayman. Griffin with the basketball. Now gives it and gets it back. Sends to the corner. Reggie Hafen will take that three. Reggie hit a big three yesterday. No, Moon on the putback. What a great start to this game, Rick, for Court Moon. He has been phenomenal for the Cats.
He has, and he has just timed when he's going to shoot it. His floor game.
Ball goes to Creek Sharp on the left side. Sharp's going to send it back over to Zach Tuttle. Now straight away it's Justice. Justice crosses over. The drive from Sharp, and Creek gets right to the hole. Ties us up at 10 with the layup.
And this is the fourth tie. We were tied at 2, 6, 8, and now 10.
Basketball up front here for Yardley. Gives to Court Moon. Moon's going to ball fake. 22 on the shot clock. Left-hand dribble sends Wayman. Griffin will drive at baseline. Little push shot for two. It's long. And an over-the-back foul on the Emery Spartans. It'll stay Richfield basketball.
Yeah, Hafen had good inside possession there, and it looked like he might come down and put it back up and in. But the ball from behind, they called the foul.
And Court Moon's going to inbound this for the Cats. Sends it over to Griffin Wayman. Wayman gets it back to Moon. Moon takes the little floater. Boy, Court Moon has just been spectacular inside early. He's got, I believe, 10 of the 12 for Richfield.
Well, he's,
There's an
I
8
think
of
you're
12.
right. No.
Floater on the other end. Wade Stilson. He's having a nice night himself, already up to 6 points. And, yeah, it is 10 of the 12 for Court Moon. Stilson with 6 of the 12 for Emery. Fountain on the right side. Malik gives to Moon. Moon gets in the middle of that zone, sends it over to Wayman. Griffin will take the three and make the three. Big shot for Griffin Wayman. Struggled a little bit yesterday. Good to see him make one.
That. Well, he got a shot blocked a couple times yesterday.
44% on the season. The runner from Stilson's no good. Rebound to Moon. That three-point shot made possible by Mason Machinery. Great outlet pass and a finish from Malik Fountain, and the Wildcats are now up 17-12 on our 180 Fitness scoreboard.
Yeah, their largest lead at 5. Emery led by 4 at one time. Had one lead change 8-6.
Court Moon, an early candidate for our Pizza Hut player of the game. Malik Fountain is an early candidate for our sub of the game, brought to you by White Sanitation and On-the-Go Services. Stilson on the right side, lobs into Rasmussen. The help comes Moon. Got him. They don't call the foul. Rasmussen got whacked in the face, and the score is good anyway inside.
Again, they felt like there was no damage, and so they didn't call that, but he did get hit pretty good.
At the end of one, it's 17 for Richfield, 14 for Emery on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Some hands swing rackets or grip irons. Some make winning plays or navigate steep trails. And some hands heal. They mend broken bones, deliver new life, set us on the right path, and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
Your connection for high school sports, Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
17-14 our score after one on the 180 Fitness scoreboard with locations in Mount Pleasant, Ephraim, Gunnison, Monroe, and Richfield.
I don't know if you saw that, but the official just set the ball on the court and started counting because Emery wasn't there.
Tuttle with the basketball, gives to Creek Sharp. Sharp outside is fouled by Griffin Wayman, and yeah, Griffin had both hands on him there, so it'll be just the third team foul on the Wildcats, side out of bounds. Both teams played pretty clean defense there in the first half of play. First quarter of play, I should say. 7:47 to go. It's Tuttle on the right side. Looks to cross over, bounces to Justice, and they call an offensive foul, an illegal screen on Talon Tuttle. It will go back.
I wasn't watching that. Let's take a look here. Just kind of put a shoulder into him, and that's why they called that. He never really stopped. He just kind of walked through it.
Yep. Well, it's Gage Yardley with the basketball for the Wildcats, holding a 3-point lead.
Got to give our producer there.
Big three from Yardley, and that's another Mason Machinery three-pointer for the Wildcats. Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora. They know the farming business, and a turnover.
Got to give Barrett Hilton, our producer, credit for that replay on that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Checking in Hudson Spell, who I thought had a great game in the start yesterday.
He's had a great season, honestly. I like every time he plays.
Ball into Yardley, left-hand dribble, turns, banks, and no, but is fouled. And he will go for the first time tonight for the Wildcats to the Richfield Community Pharmacy free throw line. They're at 440 South Main Street in Richfield. Professional service you and your family deserve.
Kind of funny, Yardley, both games that they played Emery, he had 12 points in Richfield and in Castledale.
Well, so far off to 4 points as he hits the first of the two Richfield Community Pharmacy free throws. Nate Young back in for the Cats along with Miles Barnett. Brett Rasmussen and Zach Tuttle also back in.
Richfield with the large lead of this game of 7 right now. Chance to go to 8.
And Yardley to get to 5 points, and does. Yeah, Richfield playing very good basketball to start. Just in the first minute here, it's a 5-0 run to start the quarter.
We've had one lead change. That was when Richfield took the lead 8-6. 5 ties.
Nielsen gives back to Tuttle.
The last tie was at 10.
Rasmussen draws a double team, goes reverse. Great play from Brett Rasmussen as he goes up and under for the finish. Makes it 22-16.
Yeah, he got underneath, and there's no way Richfield could have stopped him without fouling. Great move there by Tuttle.
Ball goes on the left side to Yardley. Wayman, sends it up top to Yardley. Yardley with the basketball, driving, sends to Wayman. Griffin pumps, drives at baseline. Nowhere to go with it, gives to Nate Young. Young is stripped by Talon Tuttle. Young falls on the ground with it. Still loose. Miles Barnett has it and will end up with a foul. Let's see, it'll go against the Emery Spartans.
Keep in mind when we were in Castledale, Emery had about, 10 to 12 slaps from the guard line where they knocked the ball away.
Yes,
I don't know if you remember that.
The little poke from behind, right?
And again, they were swiping at the ball here. And I think because they didn't call the early one, they called that one. Because they could have easily given a jump ball.
Yardley gives to Spell. This is a bigger lineup here for the Wildcats. Barnett bounces to Yardley left side. Spell. Hudson with it. Bounce to Barnett. Miles puts it on the floor with the right hand. Switches to his left for the floater. It's no good. Rebound Easton Nielsen.
Nielsen with a big, hard rebound for Emery.
Nielsen crosses over with the left hand. Gets in the paint. Takes it right to the rim. How about a great take from Easton Nielsen. That makes it 22-18.
Just when Richfield had built an 8-point lead, Emery comes back with 4 straight.
Spell lowers the shoulder block by Rasmussen. Nate Young fights for the board and gets it. Sends it out to Yardley. Gage drives, poked from behind by Talon Tuttle, like you were just saying, Rick, and it will be Richfield basketball.
This is getting more and more physical. This is really a physical game.
Was the first 2 times these teams met. You think these guys know each other well, maybe like each other off the court, don't love each other on the court with how much they face off against each other. Moon inside. Pump fakes, sends it out to Barnett. Miles will take it baseline. A little push shot for 2 is no good. And the rebound comes down to Rasmussen.
He was almost too open on that baseline, about 5 feet out.
Wade Stilson with the basketball. The left-hand dribble inside and a foul that will put the ball underneath. That'll be the 5th team foul for the Wildcats. 4th team foul.
Yeah. 5 called on Emery.
That's right. Justice trying to get this thing in, lobs it into Rasmussen. Brett catches, faces Young, sends it back to Nielsen. Nielsen avoids the screen and actually takes it up and in. Easton Nielsen, more of a spot-up three-point shooter, Rick, but he's been aggressive, taking it to the hole in this first half.
Yeah, Richfield kind of moved over to watch Tuttle, and he saw he had a lane to get to center of the court.
Runner from Yardley, no good. Altered by Rasmussen. Stilson gets it out ahead Tuttle, and Tuttle just looked too far ahead.
And Emery on a 6-0 run right now. Richfield in desperate need of a basket here to try and stop some of this momentum that Emery has. But this is very typical of the first two games. It was one team would go on a run, another team go on a run.
Junior Gavin Kirshner has come on for the Wildcats. Court Moon back in the game. How about Court's stat line right now? 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for Court Moon. Moon will take that 15-foot shot. It's been there all day. He doesn't get it. Nate Young tapping it around, ends up in the hands of Stilson. Now up to Talon Tuttle. Talon puts it on the floor, looks to drive baseline, bounces into Justice. Justice probably should have just shot that. Instead dribbles it, sends it out to Stilson. Straight away 3-0. Rebound Kirshner.
That was really great movement, though, by the Spartans. And even though they didn't get the one in the lane, they had an open look.
Wayman on the right side. Griffin steps into a 3. They don't get out on him. It's short. Rebound Moon. Putback shot's no good. Rebound Nate Young. A lot of second chance possessions here for the Cats. Kirshner, little runner for 2 inside. He's no good but fouled. And Kirshner is now going to get to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and Rasmussen going at him, trying to block. That's the one tendency that I've noticed is he likes to jump to block shots.
Yeah.
And you tend to pick up a few fouls doing that.
First one is short from Kirshner at the Richfield Community Pharmacy free throw line. They're at 440 South Main Street in Ephraim. They believe their customers belong to their family. One more here for Gavin. Good.
Yeah, Gavin with a nice move in there. The ball had rattled around, went out, but he did get foul shots.
23-20 our score. Luke Justice with the right-hand dribble gives to Stilson. Wade with the left hand. Tries to attack Wayman. Now back up top to Tuttle. The drive baseline. Stilson to Rasmussen. Good hands. That was broken up by Gage Brower.
Yeah, that was good help defense by the Cats that time.
Ball goes to Wayman in the corner. Brower will take it baseline. Gage picks up his dribble. Tries to feed that to Moon. Just forced it. And the steal by Wade Stilson.
Yeah, there wasn't much of a lane there. You could see when the ball left his hands, there was trouble.
Stilson with the left hand attacks, loses his footing, and traveled with it. Possession goes back to the Richfield Wildcats as Reggie Haven's going to return.
He was going to go to the basket hard there, Stilson, but didn't really have a good angle, and he decided to pass it back, and as he did, he picked up the ball.
Richfield basketball, they lead at 23-20 with 3:21 to go before halftime. Wayman bounces to Moon. Moon takes the 15-foot J, and it's good again. Court Moon continues to thrive at that 13, 14, 15-foot range jump shot.
Yeah, 12 points for him in the first half.
Bounce baseline. Justice for 2. It's up. No good. Fight inside, and that should be a jump ball, and it will be. Possession goes back to Richfield. So a bit of a run by the Spartans. Wildcats weathered it well, though. Never gave the lead up. And now retain possession up 5.
Yeah, they had an 8-point lead. Right now it's 5 in possession to Richfield.
Ball brought up by Gavin Kirshner. Kirshner looks to cross over, attack the basket. High floater for 2's no good. Hafen has it deflected. It ends up in the hands of Tuttle.
Hafen went hard for that rebound. He'll get no credit there, but good effort.
Stilson drives. Offensive foul. Taking the charge inside. Court Moon. What a half for Court Moon.
Yeah, this is the line, as you've mentioned. 12 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, and they won't count that drawing an offensive foul. That doesn't go on the stat line anywhere.
Kirshner with the basketball as he brings it down for the Wildcats. Bounce pass on the right side ends up in the hands of Wrights, who's checked in for the Wildcats. Moon goes into Hafen, has it deflected.
Yeah, tough. There were 2 defenders around. That would have been a tough pass to complete.
Ball goes over to Talon Tuttle. Tuttle with the left hand gets in the lane, sends it over to Creek Sharp. Sharp now posts up, turns, sends it over. Offensive foul, Reggie Hafen. Reggie does that so well. Such a good job being willing to take the charge.
Boy, at Richfield's last 2 possessions, they've drawn offensive charges on Emery. Richfield needs to take advantage here. They're in need of a basket here, even though they're up by 5. This is a good Emery team. When you get an advantage, you got to take it.
Hafen with the basketball. Straight away, looks to drive it. Picks up his dribble, gives back to Kirshner. Kirshner drives in the lane, sends out Brower. Gage thought about the three, left-hand dribble. Picks it up, sends it back. The drive here from right. Slate will send it out. Slate had a great defensive game yesterday against Juab. They go backdoor to Moon. Deflected by Sharp. Moon tries to throw it off Sharp, and it ends up in the hands of Nielsen.
Yeah, Richfield looked out of sync there. Their spacing just wasn't very good on that possession.
Sharp drives a baseline, kicks it out right wing. Now straight away Justice. Luke spins in the lane, guarded by Court Moon. Picks up his dribble, sends it back to Talon Tuttle with 1:24 on the game clock, 21 on the shot. Tuttle picks up his dribble high, gives it over to Sharp in the right corner, guarded by Reggie Hafen. Sharp sends it out. Up top, the drive from Zach Tuttle. Zach with the runner. Good jump stop from Zach. Hafen was ready to take another charge, and Tuttle hits the shot.
Yeah, and that pass from Sharp underneath was terrific pass. He made sure it didn't hit the back of the glass, found the open man. That was a great pass.
Ball goes over on the left side to Hafen. They lob into Moon. Court, ball fake, spins, tries to take it up for two, and they're going to say an offensive foul. Court gave him a tiny bit of that elbow shoulder action, and that was enough to draw a charge.
Well, they've called two the other way, and so they were going to call that one. You know?
Second personal on Court Moon as he will sit out. Fountain, Yardley, and Barnett all back in for Richfield.
Under a minute to go here, Richfield up 2. Their 8-point lead is up by 3. And Emery with the basketball.
Stilson gives right side Tuttle, give it back to Wade. Wade ball fakes with it, gives it left side to Justice. Justice back up top, Talon Tuttle puts it on the floor with the left hand, lobs for Rasmussen. Great job. Hafen the foul, count the bucket for Brett Rasmussen. Might need to get Nate Young back in the game here as just too much size with Brett Rasmussen. You love the effort from Hafen.
I thought when he caught that pass, though, he was already a step ahead of Hafen.
Right.
Hafen was going to try and get in the way, but he was just a step behind that time.
Rasmussen misses. Rebound comes down to Reggie Hafen. Gage Yardley will set up the offense for the Wildcats, up 1 with under 30 seconds to play. Shot clock is off. Barnett gives it in the corner. Malik Fountain gives to Hafen. Hafen will take a 14-foot J. Good-looking jumper from Reggie. I wasn't going to say they were going to hold for the last shot, Rick, because we learned yesterday the hard way on that one.
And Hafen's made both shots.
That's right. Ball goes left side to Justice with 3 seconds, with 2, and with 1. Puts up a tough shot. Banks it in at the buzzer. So at the end of 2 quarters, it's Richfield 27, Emery 26 on our 180 Fitness scoreboard. We'll be back with the Jones & DeMille Engineering halftime show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
Zions Bank proudly supports our local communities and schools. We've been providing families and businesses with banking tools and stellar service for nearly 150 years. For helping you achieve your financial goals, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
I'm Dr. Winters, a general dentist in Richfield. I invite you to take advantage of our 20 years of experience when it's time to get your wisdom teeth out.
We offer IV sedation so you can sleep through the procedure. We are right here in Richfield, so we are close by for all your pre- and post-operative needs. We strive to make the process comfortable, easy, and affordable. Visit wintersdental.com/wisdomteeth or call or text 435-896-6444.
Aaron Shepard with Shepard's Carpets and Flooring. We are a small family-owned business and take great pride in our work with every customer through our doors. Shepard's has been around for over 30 years. We offer everything from carpet, luxury vinyl, as well as sheet vinyl, hardwood, and laminate. Shepard's provides estimate, installation, and carpet binding. Make Shepard's your total flooring source. Come in and see us at 410 North Main in Richfield, Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call us at 435-865-2025. That's 865-2025.
Edge Tire Pros in Nephi is the smart choice for a new set of tires for your pickup, work vehicle, or passenger car. The technicians at Edge Tire Pros provide trustworthy service on oil changes, brake work, and suspension accessories like lift kits, bed liners, and custom rims. Choose from a wide variety of tires including Cooper, BF Goodrich, and Michelin with a nationwide warranty on free flat tire repair, free rotation, and free road hazard. For a limited time, get the Edge Bronze oil change for just $19.99. Edge Tire Pros across the street from Parks Home Furnishings on Main Street in Nephi.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. It's our Jones & DeMille Engineering halftime show. Champions propelled by dedication, teamwork, commitment, vision, and a desire to be their best. That's Jones & DeMille Engineering, your local award-winning engineering firm. Emery trails Richfield 26-27. At the half, both teams battled good, I thought, Rick. Neither team got too far ahead of the other. Richfield won the first quarter 17-14. Emery wins the second 12-10.
Yeah, Richfield, Emery built a lead 6-2. We had 5 ties there. Richfield took the lead 8-6. They built as high as 8, and then Emery put a run there in the second quarter.
Here's some interesting numbers for you. Spartans have not made a three-point shot. They're 0 for 4. However, they're 13 of 18 on two-point shots.
Yeah, that's terrific shooting. And their passing has been really good in the interior, as good as I've seen them in the 2 games I've watched them.
Richfield only shooting 37% from the floor and 20% from 3. They are 3 of 4 at the free throw line, though. Here's the thing, though, Rick. Richfield is a +6 in offensive rebounds, +2 overall. And then Wildcats have also just taken better care of the basketball. 6 turnovers for the Emery Spartans.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised when you told me the offensive boards, because on a couple possessions, they got 3 shots. One time I think they got 4 shots. And, you know, anytime you can get 4 shots at the basket, you just need to shoot 25%, which is not very good.
That's right.
And you're going to score points.
This halftime stat check brought to you by Sorensen Levitt Insurance. Visit them in Richfield or Salina for all your home, auto, business, and insurance needs. They proudly represent Autos Owners Insurance. Leading scorers here at the half for the Richfield Wildcats. Court Moon has been everywhere. 12 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist to go along with a steal. Gage Yardley has 5 points for the Wildcats. 3 rebounds from Nate Young. All offensive, by the way. Nate's been very key for what the Wildcats wanted to do in that first half. A very balanced attack from the Spartans. Brett Rasmussen with 6 points. 6 points, 3 rebounds for Wade Stilson. And then you had 4 points from Luke Justice, 4 points from Easton Nielsen, and 4 points from Creek Sharp. Very balanced attack from the Emery Spartans. Still struggling to score, though. For whatever reason, they have not shot well in this building from the outside. They didn't yesterday against Summit Academy and haven't so far in this one.
Yeah, and, you know, tournament play, generally it's more low scoring.
Right.
It just is. And, you know, I anticipate both these teams might pick it up a little bit in the second half, but I don't think we're going to see a huge difference, because it's just what tournament basketball is. Teams are much more intense. They play a lot harder defense.
Absolutely. We'll take another quick break. That stat check again brought to you by Sorensen Levitt Insurance. Richfield and Emery, second half tip-off brought to you by Richfield City. Coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centracom.
Centracom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centracom, keeping you connected.
Harmon Tire, 895 North Main in Nephi, has been a family-owned business since 1973, providing Nephi and the surrounding areas with exceptional service for over 40 years. Harmon Tire specializes in tires, alignments, brakes, steering, suspension, wheels, shocks, struts, and more. Stop by Harmon Tire on Main Street in Nephi or give them a call at 435-623-0720 to schedule an appointment. Flat tire got you stranded? Call for 24-hour tire service. Harmon Tire, 435-623-0720.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
Jones & DeMille Engineering is more than a civil engineering firm. They're shaping new opportunities for work and play, shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West, and shaping the communities that they're proud to be a part of. Their offices in Richfield, Manti, Price, St. George, Monticello, Springville, Roosevelt, and Tooele provide civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
The big rig trucks of Robinson Transport of Salina have been rolling down Utah Highway since the 1940s, supplying the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. They're a family-owned business that supports the community. Robinson Transport also has a division that offers all types of cement work, gravel, and decorative rock. If you'd like to join the trustworthy team of Robinson Transport drivers or need cement work, call 435-529-7472, 529-7472, or upload your application online at robinsontransportutah.com.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Christensen, CTE Director for Sevier, Paiute, and Wayne School Districts. Do you know what career pathways are offered at your high school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and career guidance through 35 CTE career pathways. This gives students a direct connection between doing well in high school and being able to transition smoothly to post-secondary opportunities that include on-the-job training, certificate programs, and 2- and 4-year college degrees. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Halftime once again made possible by Jones & DeMille Engineering. They applaud teams for hard work, dedication, and commitment. The race for excellence has no finish line. Third quarter just about to get started. Second half tip-off is brought to you by Richfield City. In the heart of trail country, Richfield, a great place to visit, stay, and explore. State Bank of Southern Utah provides our score update. They're proud to sponsor student athletes. The next time you have a need, State Bank, and choose to keep your money local, supporting our community. Winner of this one, Rick, it's the Morgan Trojans in a hard-fought win over Canyon View. What was a great game all the way around, I thought.
Yeah, in fact, it was a 1-point lead for Morgan, and Canyon View had several opportunities to take the lead and just couldn't do it.
Stilson with the basketball on the right side, going to skip it over. Tuttle, as open a look Tuttle's had all tournament, and boy, so pure. He is such a good three-point shooter as he knocks it down to give Emery their first lead in quite some time, 29-27.
Since they hadn't led since they led 6-4.
Yardley sends it over to Brower, right corner. Gage loses the dribble for a moment, now gives to Moon. Court Moon spins on Rasmussen, turns, arcing short. The alteration by Rasmussen. Out in transition, Justice lost it, sends it out Nielsen. Easton for three, no good. Rebound to Moon. Court's got Brower, hesitate dribble. Decides not to throw the long pass, now to Miles Barnett. Miles into a quick trigger three, short. Rebound comes down to the hands of Nielsen.
Boy, you could see he could feel he was open. He was going to put that up. Had a good look.
Tuttle gives to Rasmussen. Brett hesitate dribble, power dribble now. Sends it back to Wade Stilson. Wade will give to the corner to Luke Justice. Justice with a right-hand dribble. Skips it in the corner. Tuttle, another wide-open corner three. It hits the top of the backboard and is out of bounds. Richfield possession.
Yeah, that one went high up off the rim and hit the top.
Might have been almost too open.
Well, he was that open the other one.
That's true, yeah. Well, you know, right-handed players like shooting corner threes out of the left corner.
I didn't know that.
You did not know that? Okay. Well, folks, I've stumped Rick Robinson. That does not happen very often.
Oh, yeah, it happens quite often. You're a sports lover like I am.
Justice will drive. Good block from Court Moon. Justice gets it back. Pump fakes. Sends it out. Rasmussen. Brett attacks. Lowers the shoulder. Has an easy offensive foul. Court Moon again. Just doing what it takes to get plays like that done.
Yeah, this is the stat line for Court so far. Just underway here in the third quarter. 12 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, and he's drawn 2 charges now. The charges don't show up.
Very, very early candidate still for Pizza Hut Player of the Game, but nonetheless, Court's had a fantastic afternoon. Barnett, 15-foot shots, no good. Miles has yet to get it going here this afternoon, as now Stilson crosses the timeline.
Had a good look just inside the lane after being the leading scorer yesterday.
Tuttle picks up his dribble, gives to Luke. Justice attacks. Good defense from Barnett. Easton Nielsen, left corner 3. That's off. Rebound comes down to Yardley. Yardley with the basketball on the left side, looks to attack. Gets to the free throw line, gives back to Court Moon. Moon with it, steps into the free throw line area, sends it back to Yardley. Gage, now Moon. Court swings it, Miles Barnett, deflected by Wade Stilson.
Boy, Richfield's had a lot of those passes deflected. Emery, that's one of the things I'm always impressed with is how well they play the passing lanes.
5:37 left in the third. You were going to say, Rick?
2-3 zone is tough to pass through.
Young is fouled by Rasmussen.
And that will give Rasmussen 3 fouls. Again, one of the things that is the biggest challenge for him is he likes to jump and block shots. And there's sometimes you just like him to stand there and put his hand up. He's not going to draw those fouls.
1 more, or 2 more here for Nate Young, and he's in and out on the first. 29-27. Our score as Creek Sharp checks in. Wildcats have not scored here in the first 2.5 minutes of the third.
Well, and Emery just has a 3-point basket.
I was going to say, it's been a defensive-minded game, a defensive-minded quarter for sure. Young goes 0 for 2. Rebound comes down to Justice.
We talked about how I didn't think it was going to pick up a pace in this half, but maybe didn't think it was going to slow down.
Right. Ball goes back up top to Sharp. Creek picks up his dribble. Gives to the left corner. Stilson looks to take a baseline, and he is bumped and fouled by Yardley. That'll be the first team foul on the Richfield Wildcats.
Yeah, I think on the dribble drive, just gave him a little hand check, and it probably impeded him a little bit.
Yeah. Stilson to take out on the baseline. Hathan has checked in along with Griffin Wayman. Ball goes in. Sharp now Tuttle with it on the left side.
You got to give Yardley credit. Stilson extremely difficult to guard.
Justice with the left hand looks to spin, attack, send it back over. Zach Tuttle attacks the baseline. Little runner for 2. Good take from Zach Tuttle, and that makes it 31-27.
Yeah, Richfield defense was there, and then they backed away, and he was all alone.
Another poke away. Talon Tuttle stole it. Double dribble. It'll go back to the Richfield Wildcats.
Yeah, and he was dribbling. It did, and we had good review. It didn't look like to me that it was tipped. If it had been tipped, that's what Emery was saying. It was tipped.
Yardley with the basketball. Gives to Moon, free throw line extended. Barnett will take the 3 left wing. That's strong off the back of the rim. Good rebound from Creek Sharp. That's textbook.
Boy, you could see that was not going to go. We had a good look, the angle with that shot.
Steal. Miles Barnett takes it away. Barnett attacks with the right hand. It's poked out, but right into the hands of Wayman. Griffin sends it to Court Moon. Moon power dribble, shuffle to Hathan. Reggie pumps, takes and scores. Smart play from Reggie Hathan as he lays it up and in, and Richfield finally on the board here in the second half.
Yeah, those blockers all tried to block it. That did end a 5-0 run.
Ball goes left side to Sharp. Creek with the left-hand dribble, attacks, shoots, and scores. Good take from Creek Sharp inside. That makes it 33-29 with 4:05 to go here in the third and 1 opportunity. Scoreboards this afternoon made possible by our friends over at 180 Fitness. Gyms locally owned and operated. With just 1 membership, you have access to 5 locations. Make a change and join at 180fitnessgym.com. Free throw for Creek Sharp, just a junior. Short, and it did not hit the rim. So Wildcat basketball.
Yeah, that's a violation. You take it and inbound it. It did hit the net, but not the rim.
Timeout to the Wildcats. That timeout made possible by our friends at Riverstone Contractors. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Timeout made possible by Riverstone Contractors. Riverstone Plumbing and Heating in Richfield has the equipment and skills to perform timely, high-quality service for residential and commercial jobs. Call 896-6264. Malik Fountain with the basketball, gets it into Yardley. 4:03 to go here in the third quarter. And Emery has outscored Richfield 7-4 to start. Or 7-2, excuse me. Wayman in the left corner gives up top Yardley. Yardley with the basketball, gives it to Fountain right side. Now Moon, free throw line extended. Sends it over to Malik. Picks up his dribble, skips it over. Yardley, Moon, 14-footer blocked. Court recovers it. 8 on the shot clock. Moon sends to the corner. Yardley attacks, sends out to Moon, takes the 15-foot J again. It's off the rim, rebound to Creek Sharp. Creek's rebounding has been great here ever since Rasmussen picked up that third foul. Nielsen with the basketball, nowhere to go with it. Trying to get it somewhere, and that is a 5-second call and a timeout to the Spartans. We'll take it on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
There is an athlete in all of us that helps us accomplish the ordinary and the extraordinary. Every once in a while, we all need some help. At Sevier Valley Hospital, we are proud to care for you and our community, wherever you are in your athletic journey.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
3:18 to go in the third quarter. Emery using that timeout. Our scoreboard brought to you by 180 Fitness with locations in Mount Pleasant, Ephraim, Gunnison, Monroe, and Richfield. Richfield's gone cold from the Mason Machinery three-point line.
They've gone cold from inside.
Yeah.
They only 2 points in this quarter.
Ball goes into Zach Tuttle. Now Talon Tuttle up top. Goes back to Zach right corner. The two cousins. Back up top, Nielsen. Nielsen left side to Creek Sharp. Sharp with the left-hand dribble. Looks to attack Hafen. Gives back to Stilson. Wade swings it over. Tuttle. Now Nielsen on the right side. Picks up his dribble. And now it's straight away again to Stilson. Into a three. Not the best shot from Wade. Rebound to Court Moon. Court will head down the other way. Give it to Wayman. Griffin looks to attack. Loses the basketball. Stilson pokes it away. It'll be Richfield basketball with 2:47 to go in the third.
Yeah, and Emery's just been very quick on that wing. It looked to me like Wayman wanted to get the shot off. Just couldn't quite get it.
The drive inside. A little runner for two. A great take. Gage Yardley for two. Wildcats got the lead 2-2, 33-31.
Boy, the Cats needed that.
Tuttle with the left-hand dribble. Bounces to Stilson right side. Wade with the left hand up top gets great defense from Gage Yardley. Sharp looks to attack Hafen. That's a great matchup down low. Backdoor to Tuttle. Zach had it deflected but ends up with it. Hands it off to Stilson baseline. Last touch by Court Moon. It will be Emery basketball. 2:18 to go. 13 on the shot clock.
Can't say enough about how good Yardley has done defensively. Of course, there's still lots of game left, but Stilson had 31 the first time they played, 13 the second time, and Stilson in this game has 6 points. So just really tough defense by Yardley.
Ball goes in the backcourt to Zach Tuttle. Swings it left side to Talon Tuttle. Turned over. Taken away by Court Moon. Moon leads the break for the Wildcats. Looks to cross over in the lane. Takes it right to the rim. No good. Ball is tipped. And then a foul inside on the Wildcats going the other way towards
Hafen,
Emery. I believe Reggie Hafen did get called for that foul.
Just going hard for the rebound. There were bodies flying there. And very typical of this game. They've let them play, and then it gets a call where they feel like there's damage.
Bringing the ball down is Luke Justice as Wade Stilson will take a quick breather here. The drive, kick it out Nielsen in the corner. Curtis drives, attacks, floats for two. A big score inside for the senior, Justin Curtis.
Yeah, Curtis with a nice move. Got in the lane and reached up over everybody.
Yardley with the basketball up top, steps back for three. Good, a big Mason Machinery three from Gage Yardley. Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora knows the farming business and has the equipment and prices.
7 points for Yardley.
Turnover the other way. Tuttle stumbles. Ball goes to Malik Fountain, gives back Yardley. Swings it up Wayman. Griffin wide open three. Bang. Big Mason Machinery three from Griffin Wayman, and that makes it 37-35 with 1:11 to play here in the third.
Great pass out there, and Wayman drills it after he'd been struggling. What a great shot. I love Wayman.
His second three of the game. Ball goes in the corner to Curtis. It's up and good. Justin Curtis, who has had a quiet tournament, suddenly sparking with 5 straight for the Emery Spartans.
Back in the other corner. What a terrific shot by Curtis.
Ball lobbed too high for Court Moon. Good deflection. Moon recovers it. Kirshner with a little push shot for two, and the scoring's picking up here. Kirshner lays it up and in. 39-38, Richfield by 1. 36 seconds to go in the third.
Pretty floater along that baseline by Kirshner, about 5 feet out. Just floated it in.
Luke Justice over on the left side. Looks to come off the screen from Zach Tuttle. Justice will send it back out. Talon Tuttle thought about the long three. Instead drives to the rim. Left hand can't get it to go. Rebound Malik Fountain.
We had one lead change in the first half. We've now had 4.
Wayman with it on the right side. 8 seconds to play in the quarter. It's Court Moon. Moon drives, spins, up, under, beautifully done. What a move from Court Moon. What great footwork.
That was unbelievable. Emery got the shot right at the half on a great shot, and Richfield returns the favor at the end of the third quarter. Court Moon was marvelous.
41-38, Wildcats in front. Fourth quarter next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
Zions Bank proudly supports our local communities and schools. We've been providing families and businesses with banking tools and stellar service for nearly 150 years. For helping you achieve your financial goals, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
38 with 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And it will be Wildcat basketball. Kirshner out there along with Wayman, Yardley, Moon, and Fountain for the Wildcats. Moon gets it up top. The ball fake from Kirshner. Sends to the Griffin Wayman. Deflected by Stilson. And it will be Richfield basketball.
You got to love Stilson. He's an all player. He's signaling it's off Wayman, and Wayman just goes out and waits for the ball.
Ball goes inside. Kirshner. Fountain with it. Going to skip it up to Griffin Wayman. Wayman with the basketball now gives to Moon. 6 on the shot clock. Court with the left-hand dribble, sends it over to Wayman. Wayman probably needs to get a shot up here, and he can't. Just loses it out of bounds. Either way, it goes back to Richfield.
Yeah, good defense there by Sharp. He was trying to get around Sharp. Sharp forced it, make sure he didn't get a foul, but putting pressure, and Wayman just couldn't get a shot up.
41-38 our score. A 3-point lead for the Richfield Wildcats. Ball goes on the left side, now back up top. Sharp, Stilson. Skips pass over in the corner. Nielsen for 3. It's up, short, rebound. Great job by Fountain, but then all of a sudden ends up with Nielsen on it, and we'll get a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with the Spartans here. Fountain just lost his footing, And that will be Emery possession with 7:08 to go.
And you described that well. Did a great job coming down that rebound, but couldn't hold his footing because it looked like Emery was going to get the rebound.
Stilson sends it into Rasmussen, guarded by Moon. Sends it back corner. Stilson looks to drive. Good defense from Gage Yardley, but Stilson still hits the shot. That makes it 41-40. Only difference between a good shot and a bad shot, Rick Robinson. I said it yesterday. It's if it goes in or not. Yeah.
That's her beautiful spin shot. Stilson showing his talents there.
Ball goes left side to Kirshner. Now Yardley. Fountain up to Court Moon. Moon with the left hand. Pump fakes. Gives to Wayman for three. How big has Griffin Wayman been from the Mason Machinery three-point line here in the second half?
And Wayman now with the 6 points. And you just love it when he shoots.
Sharp. Offensive foul. Can't express enough how good Gage Yardley has been defensively here tonight. Now takes a charge.
And that was 9 points. They hadn't put the points up there. I think you'd called it.
Gotcha.
On Wayman. I wanted to make sure I give due there.
He hit the one in the first half. He's got 2 here in the second half. Big charge taken right there. Griffin certainly a candidate for our white sanitation and on-the-go services sub of the game. Yardley with it up top, gives to Court Moon. Moon thought about the three, looks to attack, spins inside, picks up his dribble. Moon bounces to Wayman. Wayman inside, sends it back Court Moon. Moon inside to Kirshner. Kirshner sends it back out to Yardley. Yardley poked from Justice. Wayman thought about the three again, 10 on the shot clock here for the Richfield Wildcats. The drive from Yardley, and he is hammered. Once again, Brett Rasmussen jumped right into the offensive player.
I don't understand. The guy is loaded with talent. He just needs to stay down and not block things. And boy, that's an easy call.
Well, and it's one thing to jump, and stay vertical. He jumps almost hunched over. That's going to be a foul call every time as the Richfield Community Pharmacy free throw drops.
He's a terrific player, and I hope I don't sound like I'm critical because I think he's one of my favorites. Got length. He's a great move in the basket, and he's a good shot blocker.
Both drop for Yardley, 46-40 with 5:53 to go for the Emery Spartans. Ball goes up top to Creek Sharp. Sharp with the basketball, gives it back to Justice. Luke looks to spin, keeps the dribble alive inside. Good defense from Kirshner, and then gets called with the reach-in foul. So it'll be the 4th team foul on the Wildcats. We got 4 on both teams now with 5:40 to go here in the 4th.
Yeah, that was right in the center of the lane. That maybe saved Richfield a basket because I thought he might just go up with it.
Justice with the basketball underneath, trying to get this in. Counts at 3 and at 4, and he's able to lob it back to Creek Sharp, who corrals it.
Yardley with just great defense there on keeping the ball out of it.
Drive, bank, and score. Good take inside. Creek Sharp makes it 46-42.
He was keeping it out of Stilson's hands on the out of bounds. I thought Stilson was lined up for the out of bounds play.
Yardley with the basketball. Straight away, comes off the screen from Moon. Now Barnett. Miles. Jab step, looks to attack. Bounce pass to Fountain. Now over to Wayman. Griffin with the left hand. Ball fake, gives to Miles. Miles Barnett. Jab step, looks to take it baseline. Just dribble it off his foot out of bounds. It goes back to the Emery Spartans. Just not Miles' afternoon.
Well, so far, and certainly that was one that he looked up and you could see the frustration. You described that well.
Stilson with the basketball, brings it up on the right side, guarded by Yardley. Now gives it back right side, Justice. Luke Barnett just fell down and gets called for the blocking foul. Miles just slipped, and it will be Emery's side out of bounds. 15 foul on the Wildcats.
Yeah, because he fell down, it caused damage, and that created the foul.
Justice to inbound, gets it to Stilson. Stilson with the left hand, spins inside, nowhere to go, turns, shoots, and scores. Good take from Wade Stilson. 46-44, our score with 4:43 to go.
Yeah, and I thought that was pretty good defense. Made him take a shot. He was in the lane, but just under the foul line.
Moon with the basketball, with the right hand. Nowhere to go with it. Trying to get it somewhere, and a foul on the Wildcats going the other way.
Boy, and I tell you what, the breaks maybe went Richfield's way a little bit there early, but the last couple times they haven't got breaks on them.
Ball comes in here to Wade Stilson and the Emery Spartans. It's 46-44. Stilson spins in the lane, sends it to the corner. Curtis for three in the lead. High arcing shot off the back of the rim, rebound to Yardley.
When you said high arcing, that was a rainbow arch.
46-44. Wildcats still up 2. Barnett thought about the three, drives, bounce to Moon. Court hesitates, now puts it on the floor with the left hand. Drive, sends to the corner. Wayman, does he have another in him? It's short. Rebound to Stilson, and then a foul on Malik Fountain. That's 7 on Richfield. 1-1 coming up here. Wade Stilson will go to the line with a chance to tie it at 46, and it's a 4-0 run for Emery.
That was an easy call on the foul there. I thought Wayman maybe was going to draw a foul there, but went underneath. Sharp did.
Stilson, a 1-1, shoots it at just 56% on the season. First shot is up. Banks it in. Oh, it is 3:28 in the afternoon on a Friday. Banks are open in Cedar City.
He's laughing. He did not intend to bank it in. Now, we have seen some intentional, but that one was not. Him and his teammates, they were smiling.
Usually from straight away, that's not where you try to bank it. Usually it's at an angle, right?
Yes, but it all counts the same.
It does. Second one short, rebound Sharp. Creek power dribble, loses his footing, just throws the shot up. It's in and out, rebound to Moon. Moon gets it over on the right side to Yardley. Up ahead, Fountain in the corner. Brower for three, short. Rebound Fountain with 3:42 to go. And Court Moon will reset for the Richfield Wildcats.
The Richfield nursing a 1-point lead that was 6.
Bounce pass goes inside, now back out Fountain. Malik drives, runner. Good. What a big basket for Malik Fountain.
Yeah, his best move of this tournament, best basket.
48-45, Richfield by 3. Curtis with the basketball, looks to attack off the dribble, gives to Creek Sharp. Sharp picks up his dribble, sends it right side. Luke Justice. Justice stripped. Fountain with back-to-back big plays, gets the steal, and now Yardley has it. Up to Court Moon. Moon, a transition opportunity for the Cats. Fountain drives, offensive foul. Creek Sharp right there to take the charge. It'll go the other way.
Well, I think he got it because he lowered his shoulder. I think they both were on a pretty good movement. Yeah, he was sliding a little bit. He lowered his shoulder. And
right.
I think had he gone straight, he's maybe going to get that call.
48-45, 3:02 to go. Both meetings between these two teams were phenomenal in the regular season. The game at Emery went to overtime. The game in Richfield, the Wildcats won by a single possession. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it and be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
I'm Dr. Winters, a general dentist in Richfield. I invite you to take advantage of our 20 years of experience when it's time to get your wisdom teeth out.
We offer IV sedation so you can sleep through the procedure. We are right here in Richfield, so we are close by for all your pre- and post-operative needs. We strive to make the process comfortable, easy, and affordable. Visit wintersdental.com/wisdomteeth or call or text 435-896-6444.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back. 48-45, Richfield by 3. Emery basketball. 2:57 to go in this one, Rick. We talked about it. Both these teams always match up well.
Yeah, and it's a great rivalry. I mean, if you're Richfield, you love to beat Emery and you talk about all the things, but it's just a good rivalry.
Tuttle gets it in. Stilson. Wade straight away. Hands it off to Justice. Luke now to Stilson. Wade looks to attack, spins on Brower, handoff Tuttle. Tuttle thought about the three. Talon with the left-hand dribble gives Nielsen. A smaller lineup here for Emery. Fountain falls down, no call. Three from Nielsen short. Loose ball, ends up on the floor. Are we going to get a tie-up? Yes, we will. Possession to Richfield with 2:37 to go.
Yeah, and Fountain went down hoping to draw a call. It left the player open for a three-point shot.
Richfield ball, 2:37 to go, and a three-point lead. That will be a sub for Tuttle and Nielsen as they leave Zach Tuttle and sub in Zach Tuttle and Brett Rasmussen. Court Moon with it, bounce to Wayman. Griffin gets it to Moon. Court with it, bounce to Wayman right side. Now in the corner, Yardley. Gage has had a great night along with Moon. Moon pump fakes inside, looks to spin it, send it out Yardley. Ball fake, picked up his dribble, gives to Moon. Moon in the paint. Sends back Yardley again, playing hot potato, just the two of them. Sends it in the corner. Good save from Wayman. 8 on the shot clock here. Brower goes to Moon. Court with the basketball. Drives it. Nowhere to go. Wide open 3 for Wayman. It's short. Rebound Rasmussen.
Yeah, had a good look. Maybe a little deep. Richfield rushed it because of the shot clock.
Ball goes over to Tuttle. Tuttle gives it straight away to Justice. Chance for the Spartans to tie or cut it to 1. Stilson guarded out front by Malik Fountain. They're trying to get it to Rasmussen. Good frontage by Court Moon. The drive here from Sharp. Sends it over to Stilson. Open corner 3 for Wade. Off the back of the rim. Rebound Creek Sharp. Sharp gives inside Justice. Justice pump fakes. Takes it up. Blocked. Malik Fountain with a great rejection.
Boy,
how good has Malik been here in the fourth?
He has played his guts out, and give him credit. And it looked like Emery that Justice was going to get an easy lay-in there. I thought they were going to foul him.
Timeout to the Wildcats, brought to you by Riverstone Contractors on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
Aaron Shepard with Shepard's Carpets and Flooring. We are a small family-owned business that take great pride in our work with every customer through our doors. Shepard's has been around for over 30 years. We offer everything from carpet, luxury vinyl, as well as sheet vinyl, hardwood, and laminate. Shepard's provides estimate, installation, and carpet binding. Make Shepard's your total flooring source. Come in and see us at 410 North Main in Richfield, Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call us at 435-865-2025. That's 865-2025.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
48-45 our score with 1:30 to go. Emery in the single bonus. Emery also still has 2 more fouls to give here in the fourth.
The fouls are 8-4, and Emery has the basketball right under their basket with almost a full shot clock. So really no rush or panic at this time for Emery or for Richfield.
Wildcats break the huddle. 1:30 to play. As the inbound now comes in the backcourt to Creek Sharp. Sharp's got it. Gives it left side, Stilson. Wade comes off the screen. No, he fakes it. Drives. No look to Rasmussen. Brett power dribble. Lays it up and down. Big play from Rasmussen. What a good no-look pass from Wade Stilson.
Yeah, and Rasmussen finished with the lay-in.
And Rick, this is where Richfield struggled in that game at Emery with the full court press. Under 2 minutes to go. Yardley with it as he breaks that press. Now sends it to the corner. Brower attacks back to Yardley. Gage sends out Fountain. Thought about the 3. Is now going to take it and make it. What a shot.
Ice water in his veins. Malik Fountain with a 3-point shot.
Mason Machinery getting their money's worth here in the fourth quarter. 51-47. The drive from Sharp. Stilson thought about the 3, attacks. Gives to Rasmussen. Brett attacks. Lays it in.
Boy, I thought Richfield might foul him there. They were wise to stay away. But 35 seconds to go. Richfield with a 2-point lead. It's going to come down some foul shots if they don't turn it over.
Absolutely. That timeout brought to you by Riverstone Contractors. We'll keep it here. Your 180 Fitness scoreboard. Locations in Mount Pleasant, Ephraim, Gunnison, Monroe, and Richfield. It's Richfield 51, Emery 49, 37.2 to go. Wildcats do not have a foul to give.
No, but Emery's got to. They're going to have to foul him
Emery's going to have to foul a couple times. That's right.
And so Richfield's got to know they're going to foul you. They got no choice but to foul him. And you got to put it. It doesn't matter whose hands it goes in the first couple fouls, but then you want to put it in who you want shooting foul shots.
And who do you want shooting the free throws if you're the Richfield Wildcats?
Well, I think it's I certainly it'd be Yardley. It would be, I think
you go. Yeah, you'd have to say Yardley's up there.
Wayman is. I think 80%, he's the highest percentage.
82% for Wayman. Yeah, Griffin Wayman
and Moon. I like Moon
Court
too.
Moon. Miles Barnett wouldn't be a bad option either.
No.
So Fountain remains out there along with.
I like all of them. I'll be honest with you.
Yes. Ball comes into Malik. Now back to Moon. Moon picks up his dribble, gives to Wayman. Wayman with a good ball fake. Looks to get it across, swings it over to Yardley. Yardley fouled out front by Rasmussen.
Oh,
That's
Rasmussen!
5.
Rasmussen's the one that's the one guy you didn't want to do the foul if you're Emery.
Why would you? That makes no sense.
I'm like you. I'm thinking, and it wasn't like he was trying to avoid it. He reached out and grabbed him. That's the one guy they want to keep on the court. Oh.
Fountain trying to get it in, sends it back to Yardley. Yardley fouled immediately by Justice. Good foul there by Luke Justice. So that'll be 3 on Luke, and that is the 16th foul. So now
you want to, in whoever's hands, you want to shoot foul shots.
Fountain trying to get it in. Bounces. Foul. And a 1-and-1 coming here as Miles Barnett did get subbed in. And it will be Miles to head to the Richfield Community Pharmacy free throw line. They believe their customers are their family. Let them provide you with
the interesting part here, Miles has not scored in this game.
After a 16-point performance yesterday.
And he was just terrific shooting yesterday. That's a great shooter. If you're a shooter like he is, he loves this situation.
That's right. The lefty, Miles Barnett. First, no good. Rebound, Stilson. Chance to tie or take the lead here for the Spartans. Justice with it. Skips it wide open. Talon Tuttle. Good recover from Fountain. Sends it up Easton Nielsen. Nielsen drives with 16 seconds. Now back. Good look inside. Finish from Tuttle. No. Offensive rebound and a foul.
Yeah, Tuttle came over trying to get it back. I don't know how Tuttle's shot didn't go. And now Richfield's going to shoot more foul shots.
Wow, that hung on the rim for a good second there.
I thought it was good.
So 1-and-1 the other way. Sharp checks in for Tuttle. And it'll be a 1-and-1 for Griffin Wayman. 82% on the season for Griffin. And is that... Okay, here we go. Wayman to shoot at the Richfield Community Pharmacy free throw line. Front end of the 1-and-1. Good.
Yeah, he looked good here. And this one's big. If he makes this, Richfield's in great shape.
Oh, absolutely. One more for Wayman.
They're still in pretty good shape. A 3-point lead with 10 seconds to go.
Seconds up and down.
And I like the Cats' situation here.
I like that they subbed in Slate Wrights. Emery will spend one of their 2 remaining timeouts. We'll keep it here with 10 seconds left. If you're Richfield.
This is the difference yesterday. The timing of the foul shots. Richfield missed a couple late. And I'm not saying they would have won the game, but I personally think they would have had they been able to make those. Today, in a tight game, they did miss one, but they got a second opportunity, and they made 2 foul shots. It's extended their lead to 4 points.
10.4 on the clock.
In tournament ball, in close games, it comes down to foul shots quite often.
Stay tuned. We'll have our Sunrise Engineering postgame show serving communities like yours all over the western United States at sunrise-eng. Give away some player of the games, including our Pizza Hut player of the game, White Sanitation on Go, the services sub of the game, and the Apex Foot and Ankle Institute key play of the game.
Boy, I tell you what, Richfield has played hard today.
Very hard. Very hard. Wildcats wanting to get that win over their rival.
And I think Emery's played pretty dang good themselves.
Oh, absolutely. This has lived up to the first 2 matchups.
Yep.
Sharp to inbound, a 4-point lead. It's kind of a 4 corners thing. They go with a lob pass. Stilson goes up. It's taken away by Miles Barnett, and that is going to do it. The Richfield Wildcats will advance to the 5th, 6th place game tomorrow against the Morgan Trojans. The Emery Spartans will head home. Your final score, Richfield 53, Emery 49. Post-game show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Edge Tire Pros in Nephi is the smart choice for a new set of tires for your pickup, work vehicle, or passenger car. The technicians at Edge Tire Pros provide trustworthy service on oil changes, brake work, and suspension accessories like lift kits, bed liners, and custom rims. Choose from a wide variety of tires including Cooper, BF Goodrich, and Michelin with a nationwide warranty on free flat tire repair, free rotation, and free road hazard. For a limited time, get the Edge Bronze oil change for just $19.99. Edge Tire Pros across the street from Parks Home Furnishings on Main Street in Nephi.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. It's Richfield 53, Emery 49, your final, as we'll have our semifinal matchup between Carbon and Grantsville on the girls' side of the bracket coming up in about 20